Dope, Tucker Barnhart, and Akil Baddoo batting ninth. Shane Bieber's first pitch is a low fastball at the knees for a strike. Riley Green made his debut back on June the 18th. And what a debut it was in a game against the Texas Rangers. The youngster reached base 4 times in that first. Wow, just miss off the outside corner.
There it is.
Swing and a miss. Bieber strikes him out to start. Give him some pop. A veteran presence. And I know that Comerica this year, Baez has hit just a $185. And only 2 of his 10 homers have come here at home.
Why? You watch him. He tries to pull everything. When that right field fence out there should be your friend. You watch when he gets the pitchers get ahead of him. He just swings at everything. It seems like.
It's to him a little bit where he's afraid of left field here when he doesn't have to be.
Hey, look, he's a good hitter. He has enough. Is he going to have maybe 20? What does that help your team?
Well, he's out looking here. He just took a fastball.
That injury last year, and Tito said this as well. Sometimes when you're injured, you change arm slots and do side it because they feel like he may be on the way to really taking off for the last month or half of the season.
They're sure hoping not. And
83. You guys can tell me if I was wrong. That's where he wants to be.
I don't look at the velocity. I just look at the where he paints it.
Has played with a constant pain in his right knee that just will not subside. Come back next year. He's got 1 more year left on the contract, but this could very well be it. He can barely get down the line. 1 away.
Almost like he doesn't want to walk away from however much money it's.
Well, you can't blame him.
No, I think it's more he doesn't want someone else to run. A.J. Hinch has said that they're going to give him more days off. Look, the Tigers, they're in last place. Jamer Candelario yanks 1 foul. Of a much better team with the additions of Javier Baez, Eduardo Rodriguez, and the pitching staff, but injuries. It's in the somewhere league.
Well, he's actually returned to call now. that's a step.
He's pitching in Little League down in
Williamsport. It's coming. Ooh.
Close play.
This game's been around 100 years, and there's still bang plays. I don't care how big, how strong, how hard you throw. They certainly did. 90 feet.
I'm sorry, yeah, don't you wonder, like,
way of moving it in. If it's 89 feet, you'd see more base hits.
I'll tell you what, if it was 60 feet, there'd be a lot more hits.
I'd still be playing.
I pitch more than anybody
14
else.
times.
And I mean, he dives probably more frequently than anybody that I can think of. Jonathan Scope, deep center field, but back is Miles Straw to run it down. And the side. Tucker Barnhart leads off for Detroit here in the home half of the 3rd. In his last 7 games, Tucker he went around, and that's 3 strikeouts, first time. Last year in 124 games, Baddoo hit .259, 13 homers, 55.
To a great start, and boy, it goes to show you that it doesn't matter how much.
You never know that they're going to put up those same type of numbers.
We get caught up in, well, if this is what he did last year, then
start all over again.
And I'm sure A.J. Hinch knows that on the other side. He's gone out of his way.
Right field. Back is Oscar Gonzalez, 2 down.
And maybe innings are a lot too, but that's phenomenal.
Well, no pitch counts back when Herbie was around. and I mean, that's an amazing thing for Shane Bieber.
Base hit right field for Riley Green. It comes with 2 outs here in the 3rd. Only the 2nd hit allowed by Shane Bieber. 23. Just that little extra bit of seasoning. Maybe Bieber just a little more polished overall. That's why the walks were so different.
Well, I bet he was. There was a lot of guys like that were effectively wild.
Don't dig
guys
in,
like
kid.
that. You weren't the hitter.
Yeah.
When you were the hitter, it's, oh my God, I don't want to face this guy. Doesn't know where it's going. And it does not look like it.
Popped up foul out of play.
Fouled off a good pitch.
1-2 pitch. He took a called third strike. He gave up on it.
He didn't need to give it to you.
Harold Castro leading off for Detroit, and the pitch is outside. Ball one. Really consistent and has taken advantage of the opportunity this year. He has 10. The rookie, he's a kid. He needs more time. I'm the first baseman.
This guy's a good low ball hitter.
Jimenez will throw out Harold Castro, one down. More so than others, but it's still worth mentioning. Coming into the night, Rick, they've lost 738 games fewer than the Twins have lost to the injured list this year.
500?
Twins have lost 1,238 games this year to the IL. Well, but if you think about it, you know, that's most of the year with the big boy at first base, Miguel Sano.
Well, what happens is it's like their big guys, Jimenez, their outfielder Jimenez, and then Robert would get hurt. He'd come back. They have had a lot of different guys, but you know what? That's what you have to fight through it. They've been, I think, at the most a game or two over 500. At best, I should.
0 for 1. Snapped an 0 for 26 on Sunday, and he's called out. And he rolls it over, but it's foul. In a recent 3-game series against San Diego, he went 8 for 13. But in his last 10 games, he has
find some sort of consistency. And Detroit has been last all year long when it comes to scoring runs. Got nobody, you know, they got to pitch well every game.
He went too far. Candelario. Willie Castro leading off the bottom of the 5th.
You go back to the last 2 starts before it to do their job and start putting some runs on the board.
And a swing and a miss. That's 7 strikeouts for sure.
Impressive.
And Jonathan Scope with a lazy pop, shallow center. Miles Straw. He comes in and makes. Oh my, get up and throw him out. Yes, he will.
Wow, what a play.
Andres, he has allowed just 2 singles. He has struck out 7. No walks allowed. And he just looks like he's in that dump.
Runs. That's why if you can get a lead early on this team, it's always good because you'll put more pressure on them. And you mentioned Bieber stealing tonight. Yeah, it would help.
This really jumps out at me. The Tigers are averaging a level. The 1-2. I mean, it's no mystery. The Tigers
so far this year, and they're having some hiccups there too.
Right back to Bieber.
Baby. Field that position well.
Tells you a lot about where this team is. We talked about before the game. Just expectations and how they've played. And I know in the pregame defense up the middle arch.
Yeah.
And you consider Straw, it has been game-changing to watch these guys over the whole season. If he gets to the ball, it's an out. And he goes, and that's
all you can ask.
Right? And that's what he said he worked on with him at last season.
Just make the everyday play every day.
That's going to find a hole. And Riley Green has the 3rd hit of the night. Talks to Riley Green. High pop foul out of play to the right.
He'll do the same.
I'm never going out there after watching that.
Yeah.
Deep. That's trouble. Back is Quan at the warning track, and he makes the catch on the front edge. On Harold Castro, the batter, he's 0 for 2 tonight. Snap throw to first. It was close.
See how that.
Swung out and missed. It's 1-1. Chased another one down and in. Jimenez takes care of that. 6 scoreless frames for Shane Bieber. Guardians 2. 7th inning. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Very well both times.
And
that time
is a base hit back up to the
Yeah, he didn't get it away enough, and that's one Cabrera could reach. He didn't have.
I'm going to ask you something. You may not have an answer, but you played the game at this level. What is it like when you start losing some of the ability to do what he's done?
Well, he's wise. He knows everything, and he probably can break down the pitcher and tells you every pitch he's probably going to put in and say, well, it is. I'm on the downside of my career. So you just compete.
I say that because when we were here last time, we were walking.
He'd love to come to the ballpark every day.
Man, it's like that old, who was the Pittsburgh Steeler with the...
But I think there is also...
I know where you're going.
A certain amount of satisfaction that comes with still...
Hey, that's what all that experience does.
Castro trying to bunt, and he fouls it off. It's
The opportunity. Be careful with that breaking ball in the dirt. But Hedgie does.
That's been it. But he fouls another pitch off here. It's 1-2. And a word now from Cleveland Clinic.
Take him off that breaking ball down and in. Up. There it is.
Strikeout number 8.
Bad start that he had.
When we saw Scope last, he was riding a...
He did.
He was the one that talked to Straw as well.
He was the one that got Straw going.
Yeah.
You're right.
High
that's in
pop-up.
play.
Foul territory. Naylor is under it and makes the grab 2 away.
So they've been terrific.
The top guys that you need to get going if they really want to make a
Well,
run.
I was glad to see him again. He's handicapped a little bit.
Weak ground ball to Rosario.
Good job.
He'll have to go to first. He does. Inning over. What a job by...